Hello, if you enter the chat, say something if you're joining me. I am your host, Tennessee's daughter. I'm going to be navigating on my computer and on my phone because I am live on my phone. I thought I was going to be able to go live from the computer, but wherever you set it up at, that's where you got to go live from, okay? So I'm learning as I am going, but I am not giving up hope. I'm going to get this all together. I'm going to refresh my screen here. Remember, if you are joining today, we are going to be talking about being intentional. Hey, girl. Hey. Hello, my dear sister. So I can see you in the chat over here because I am on my phone in front of me and I want to stay on task. Okay. So welcome everybody that is here. I'm going to use my other phone because I did a screenshot of something I wanted to acknowledge. And of course, we all know that I live in Nashville, Tennessee. It pains my heart what happened at the school and the people that lost their lives. I mean, I send my deepest condolences to those people. And I actually want to say their names. And so, although I think I know it by memory, I'd rather be certain that I'm saying the names right. And I screenshotted it on my phone, but of course, I don't know how to navigate getting off of YouTube and accessing it. So let's see if we can find their names on here. And if anybody, okay, here we go. I did find it. Little Miss Haley, little Miss Evelyn, and William Kenny. And then of course there were those teachers. I haven't found it just yet. Hey girl, hey. Hey to my niece Ranisha. I had this all set up and I really am upset that I couldn't get right to it because it's very important that I say this out loud, especially with everybody's kind of coming down from it and not necessarily talking about it anymore. And we have to remember that these people are going to continue to grieve going forward. Can somebody put it in the chat, please? I would appreciate it. I'm afraid to navigate off my phone, okay? And then I lose y'all and don't know how to get back on here. I'm learning though. I should do it anyway because I'm learning, huh? But the teachers is what I'm looking for. The teachers. I'm surprised I found it with the kids on here and then the teachers are not right behind it. Wow. I'm not even gonna tell you who site that was that didn't have all that up there, but come on, give it to me. So yeah, if you're just joining me, there's little Miss Evelyn, there's little Miss Haley, and Mr. William, all 9 years old. And then Miss Cynthia, Miss Catherine, and Mr. Mike. And I just want to send my deepest condolences to those energies, to those families, to those whoever they're connected to in any way. It just pains my heart that this has happened, and I pray that we don't become desensitized in a sense that we want to be the first to break the news about what took place in whatever city or state, and then we move on, and then we breaking more news or whatever we call news. Remember that these people have been permanently ejected out of their relatives and their loved ones' lives. This is not okay. On no scale is this ever okay in those babies. I can only imagine. And so because of who I am, I know I can't talk about it a long time without feeling overwhelmed with emotion. And so a few seconds of silence, y'all. Give me some candles, some hearts or something in the chat just to let me know that you guys are standing in agreement, in alignment with me right now while I send their family some of the deepest and purest love that I have. May they seek the help that they need. Okay, so now that we've gotten that done, guys, I put together a little curriculum. Like I literally typed up some things I wanted us to talk about, and I built this for us because I'm one of those people. I learn by gratitude, gratitude. I appreciate that all the way from the East Coast. um, I want to talk about being intentional, and because of the way that I learn, which means that I'm a kinesthetic learner, I have to be able to see it, feel it, touch it, all that stuff for it to kind of get in this brain and work the way it's supposed to work, right? And so because of such, I went ahead and typed up this little curriculum for you guys. So if you got a notepad that you want to pull out and just jot down some notes on being intentional, the topic is self, being intentional with yourself, being intentional with your time, being intentional with your money. These are very important things, and they're all interconnected and tied into each other, because if you take care of one area of your life, you tend to have that to in a healthy way bleed over into the other areas of your life. So there's not one thing happening without something else happening. Everything kind of works together. So being intentional with self, what are some of the ways a person can tell that you love yourself? So I took the liberty of answering this for you guys so that you can get a better sense of where I'm going with this. So I said, by the way I carry myself, I'm hardly ever seen with a bunch of different people unless it's a family function of some sort. I take pride in my hygiene and outward appearance. What I've mentioned is visual, but not limited to the psychological ways in which a person can identify the love you have for self. Example, your house and your car is always clean, which y'all know I did a short about that not too long ago. You show up to people and places as expected. You're giving them the same thing they're giving you. So you cannot give a person that beautiful side of yourself until you give it to you first, right? And taking accountability for your actions. I'm not always right. I don't even think there's a right or wrong, honestly. Okay, there's a matter of opinion, and some things that we can do better, or some things that we didn't have to do at all. You know what I'm saying? So there's a matter of balance in my opinion. And a person that loves themselves maintains a healthy alignment within. Remember, everything on the inside is going out. I appreciate that, sister. Those hearts are just so beautiful. And so, moving down to the next one now, how do you know that you love you? How many people have just overlooked the idea of, telling themselves that they love their self every day? I actually kiss myself, okay? I can't reach all the places, but the places I can, okay? My arms, my wrists, my hands, and I tell myself, hey, look, we got work to do for the next whatever hours, and we finna go get it. I appreciate you carrying me through the day, all of that good stuff. Like, I pump myself up. I don't worry about what a person can and cannot do for me, because I'm gonna take care of me first. It's mandatory that I do these things. I love me. I love my life. And if you love your life, you have to do things that show that amplify that, so that you can continue loving yourself. Because there's some days we're gonna get up and we might not like who we are today. Okay, we might have did or said something nasty, and we think that is the end all, and we can't come back from that. But that's not necessarily true. If you're doing the work will show itself. You just have to understand that we heal until we perish. We get better until we perish. We should want more and strive for more until we perish. Okay. And so, going back to what I just talked about, how do you know that you love you? I'm conscious of who I spend my time with, and on most occasions, okay, I go for healthier food options. I write myself a positive message every week, and I read it out loud daily, along with other affirmations that I've been reciting for a number of years now. Which, if you know me personally, you know the things that I do in my personal life. Some things I am okay with sharing out loud, and other things I rather keep to myself, because it takes a like mind to understand a like mind, okay? And so, some of the benefits that come with being intentional with the way you love yourself and how you can show people that you love yourself is that by doing these things, you're less likely to put yourself in situations that you can't get out of. The chances of me allowing a job to wear me thin all the way down to the bone gristle is less likely to happen, because I love me too much to allow anybody or anything to take me down that far ever again in life, okay? And this is all because of the intentions that I set for myself outside of the titles I carry as a woman. I am a mother. I am an honorary grandmother. I am a sister, a cousin, a niece, and a friend to many. So my love for me is needed. regardless of how anybody feels about me, the love I have for me is needed and necessary. So I must do these things so that I can be a better everything I just mentioned to you guys. And all of those titles I wear with a, like a badge of honor, they all mean something to me. And so, um, moving on to being intentional with the company that you keep. Ooh, baby, honey, sometimes we don't be thinking about, these people that we entangle with negatively affecting our lives in any kind of way, do we? Don't really think about that. We think we having fun. We think we doing what we supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything good. Not knowing that sometimes that company you keep is a bad influence. It's a negative influence. And we don't need those things. We already gonna get in our own way. We don't need nobody else to get in our way. So with that being said, the company you keep, who are these people you're sharing your life force with? Some friendships and relationships have a means to an end, meaning whenever the reason for the connection is no longer available to a person, the relationship dissolves. It naturally tends to fade away. There's no more need to talk. There's no more need to be involved with one another because whatever that need is has dissipated. Let's say I'm friends with one of the Titans players, right? And I get seasonal tickets. Well, because this coworker of mine knows that I get these seasonal tickets, guess what? She want to be friends with me. But when I'm no longer friends with that Titan player, this girl at work no longer wants to hang out with me because I no longer get seasonal tickets. Okay, so that is your means to an end. That's just one example. There's so many more, and I'm sharing these things with you all so that you guys can have an idea on what to explore next when it comes to shaping and molding your life to be what you need it to be so that you get to the next level in life. I'm always looking for ways to elevate myself, mind, body, and spirit. I need all those things in alignment. Okay, and so with that being said, the other is more of a relationship base, which can include family ties, romantic interests, or platonic friendships, where there's a healthy connection between two people. And we all know how that all goes. A lot of times because you're related to a person, you tend to cherish that connection or that friendship or relationship that you guys have between each other a lot more than you would anybody else. It's something about this whole, we family, but don't go overboard with it, okay? Because I'm no longer talking to a lot of different family members for my own personal reasons, okay? And so I don't necessarily hold to these titles that people have in connection with me, but the energy that we're given or getting from these people, okay? That's what's most important to me. And so everyone I speak with in life is because of intent. I don't have a problem with with anyone that doesn't add value to my existence. Vice versa. If I'm no good for you, girl, boy, get rid of me. Okay. Don't let me get in your way. Don't be having me around trying to entertain me or think I'm good for entertainment when I'm over here bringing you down. Okay. If that ever happens, cut me off. And tell me. Okay. So I can go find out what needs identifying so I can work on it. Okay. I don't have a problem with working on myself because I know the better I get, the more I'm able to take on these different challenges that we're faced with in the world because I'm tightening up and loosening up areas that need it, okay? However, how it comes. And so now, how do you decide who gets your energy? How do you make that decision? What are you basing this upon? Is it because somebody else's relationship or lack thereof with that other person? Or is this something that you want to be right there in your space? And so I said, I like to see how a person treats themselves. If someone isn't good to themselves, there's no way they can be good to you. Is reciprocity present or are they takers? You can see this in their willingness or lack thereof to help when help is needed. Okay. I don't like one of them people that see somebody needs something. They able to help or change their situation and they don't do it unless the person asks them. Don't ever interrupt somebody's pride like that. If you know that, I don't care if you got to sneak something to them, okay? Because back in the day, Granny used to have that money balled all up in a little bitty wad, slide it up in your hand, baby. Didn't nobody know you had 8 cousins in the house with you. She done slid you $30, okay? And it probably was the church money because if it was my granny, honey, she'll loan you the church money. You just got to give it back before she got to get back to church, okay? Rest in peace, Granny, okay? May Francis Spears, baby. And so, with that being said, seeing a person go after their dreams and goals they've set for themselves is also a great indicator that that person is someone to know. As long as they're not stepping on other people's head in the pursuit of getting to the top. Because I don't like people like that. Okay, I can't be friends with nobody that is out here trying to step on people's heads to get to the top. Because remember, them the same faces you're gonna see on your way down. Okay, don't be out here trying to trick nobody into to pursuing your dreams, because I'm gonna tell you, baby, if there is a such thing as the devil, he'll give you a gift. Okay, he'll give you a gift and make it look real nice. But so some of the benefits of being intentional with who you're spending your time with is, most of the time when you're hanging out with somebody, a lot of times they dumping on you anyway. They're giving you a lot of woes, a lot of their lows, and every now and again you might hear some good parts about whatever they got going on in their life, but it's far and few in between. Okay, so you save yourself the headache of having to decipher between what you're feeling to be real for you and what somebody else has felt because of their own pain and what they may be projecting onto you. You have to understand some of this pain, some of this sorrow we're walking around with don't even belong to us. It's because of a conversation we had with somebody else that don't know how to navigate through the vicissitudes of their own life. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with you, but yet we have become so invested in other people's issues that now we don't know if their problems are our problems. We can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? Rhonda, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, East Coast, yeah, it's very, very true about the family child. And so most of the time we hang out with these people, they telling us, most of they lows instead of their highs. And if you know me personally, which I got some people in the chat that will vouch for you, if I come to you with an issue, 9 times out of 10, I done cleaned it up with something positive. I am not one of those negative people that's running around here just talking about the downside to my life and whatever. Honey, look, you can stand me up on a date. I'm going to say something slick about you, okay? And I might be messed up about it, but in a minute, I'm going to make a joke about it, okay? And I'm going to move on because, honey, I got a whole life to live out here, child. This ain't the best years of my life. This is the rest of them. I ain't got time to be worried about nobody, okay? That ain't worried about me. So, with that being said, I try to find a balance in the private conversations I have with my friends and family members. The balance you show outwardly is the balance you have inwardly, okay? People are always watching whether they tell you or not, whether they address certain things or behaviors in you that they see that they may not be that pleasant about knowing or whatever. People watch. People will develop their own perception of who they think you are without anybody telling them anything. You ain't got to do nothing. That energy gonna speak, okay? All you need is enough space and time to develop your own opinion. And so therefore, you're able to make a good decision about who you should give your time to. Remember, your presence is a gift. My presence is a gift, okay? I treat myself like that. Nobody has to see me like that but me. It's only important to me. I don't lose no sleep at night. You know how people be out here tossing and turning this, that, and the other. If something like that is going on, it's because it's spiritual, honey. It ain't got nothing to do with no man stressing me out. It ain't got nothing to do with no job or nothing like that. It's about me needing to focus on a particular area of my life, and so I'm so grateful for those things. So the last thing I want to discuss is being intentional about the way you are spending and giving your money, child. Okay, so do you have a budget? Okay, is the shopping you doing with intent, or are you just buying things at random? Okay, so me, I've been writing out a monthly budget and sticking to it for several years now. I buy my wants on occasion. I'm gonna be honest about that. But the majority of my spending is for necessities. Y'all don't even want to know my grocery bill, honey. All my money go to eating, okay? She is not compromising with the food, although I do make healthy choices most of the time, but I'm gonna tell you what be getting me is this coffee, okay? Now, Rhonda, don't you say nothing slick, okay? I ain't had no coffee all week. Well, maybe 1 cup last week, but I'm telling you right now, I needed this coffee today. I was running like a chicken with my head cut out, child. I was like, honey, no, you know what? I'm finna give in to my pleasures, and some people smoke crack, okay? I drink coffee, so mind your business. But anyway, no shade to the people that smoke crack, okay? I come from that era, baby. So anywho, I buy my wants on occasion, but the majority of my spending is for necessities, groceries, right? Because of my thoughts about random life events and how your life can change at any given moment. I'm very mindful of the way I spend my money. I try to be anyway. And I'm going to do a separate video talking about me being a minimalist. People that know me know I do not like spending money. Rhonda used to say I was frugal back in the day. Then you call me cheap. And that's my sister if y'all don't know. But I don't even care, girl, because I live my 20s right. I don't even want to. I was creme de la creme. Okay, top chef. I like my beat down low, down low. I was her. Okay, now I have since evolved. I have gotten better with myself and the way I spend my money and everything. And now because I've had those experiences when I was in my 20s, most of them anyway. I've had those experiences. I just don't have those same hard desires. Now I'm more focused on the creative side, and I enjoy meeting people and getting to explore their minds and allowing them access to explore minds when we're out and about and we're having a good exchange of energy. That's important to me. And so closing this out, the benefits of being intentional with how you spend your money allows you to save more. Okay. And if you do spend it on anything, you actually use it where to eat it, right? How many times have we let food go bad in the house because we didn't eat it? We're out here just spending money, out here buying salmon and lobster tails and shrimp dips and all this other stuff. Okay, we out here doing all of that, and then you ain't even got time to cook it. Now your food done went bad. I ain't no shade to nobody, but somebody in the chat just had to throw away some salmon, honey. Okay, but we learn, we live and we learn, right? And so it also teaches you to be more appreciative to the ones that spend money on you or give you money to cover things you want or needed. Just remember, never take more than you're willing to give. Be very fair in the way you share your mind, your body, your spirit with people. Make sure you are not out here being a taker, because I'm telling you, it will come back on you in different ways. And if it don't hit you, it might hit your kids. So I think about certain things like that too. With my honorary grandbabies and my youngest nephew, he's 9 years old. I think about things like that, and I'm intentional with people, and I try to be good to people. And when I can't be good to you, I will leave. I'm not meeting you with that energy. I'm not doing it. So if I can't be good to you the way that you deserve to be treated, I will leave before I hurt you. I will leave. I just can't. What good is that? What I do to you, I do to me. Tell yourself that when y'all look in the mirror sometimes and you want to go out here and you want to get on this, I'm on what you want. Tell yourself, what I do to you, I do to me. You are a reflection of me. I love you. Even if you don't love you, I love you. I tell y'all at the end of my videos, no matter what you think, if you're not loved anyway, you are loved here. You are thought of and you are cared for. I say that with intent. Everything I do is with intent. I'm not here to pull your tail. You done been through enough in your life. People that told you they love you have let you down. I ain't got no dog in none of those fights. I'm here to tell you I've been there. Okay? People that's supposed to love me have hurt me too. So I'm intentional with my time, because I want people to be intentional with me. And when you cannot meet me in the middle, I will exit. You don't get unlimited chances with me. Oh, she thinks I am. And moving on, what's next? Okay. Ooh, honey, I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it. Y'all know, if y'all watch a comparison from last live to this live right here, this is what I mean when spirit take over. When you just step right into your energy, and then all of a sudden, everything you need to say, everything you need to do just comes out. And I wrote out a whole, it ain't no syllabus, but it is a curriculum, okay? I'm gonna look at the chat in a minute. I just want to be in this energy right now, because we've been through enough. We've been through enough. When is enough enough? We've hurt ourselves. We've let people hurt us, mind, body, and spirit, okay? And this is what the titles I mentioned. Grandmothers have hurt you. Aunties have hurt you. Uncles have hurt you. Cousins have hurt you. Sisters, brothers, nephews, nieces. Must I go on? All the fake friends we've had in our lives that some of us might still be talking to because they need us. You need you. So if they don't know that they need you, do they really need you? Or do you need them to need you? Okay? Make sure you're moving by spirit and not by your ego right here. Okay, I'm about to take a look at this chat real quick. It's okay. Drink up. I know that's right, girl. Got this coffee right here. I'm guilty. Me too, sister. Okay? All this is on the inside. What's on the inside comes out. In my defense, I was sick. I get it. I get it. I get it. And you all right. And you're going to be all right. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you one thing a lot of people don't know about us. We ain't had no guide. We ain't had no guide. Everybody out here always talking about they got it out the mud. I can show you what the mud looked like, okay? I can show you what it looked like. My sister can show you what it looked like. One time, I remember Mama talking about how she was so proud of her girls, Rhonda. And I'm going to share this out loud. And I had to tell Mama. I said, Mama, you realize we ain't had no choice. There was no fallback. There was no plan B. We ain't have no choice. Like August Alsina said at the end of his song, he said somebody had to make it when his brother got murdered, unalived. He said somebody had to make it. So that's what made him follow his dreams. Get inspired. Don't let it be because of a bad moment, okay? I appreciate y'all joining me for this live chat right here. I think I have held y'all enough. I feel very free and even a little bit lighter, you know. I do not take the time that you shared with me today for granted. May you guys always flourish in the areas of your life that bring forth the most abundance. Okay, until the next live or the next video, take care of yourselves. Remember, if you are not loved nowhere, you are loved here. You are thought of and you are cared for. Okay, and I got your back. Okay, whether in the light or the dark. Meet me on the other side. I'll talk to y'all then.